indentation, okay. Then when I reach here, oi, what is this? What is this? Hiya! I feel pressure at looking at this. No good, no good, okay? I know he is trying to improve already. I can see improvement in him. But please indent more properly okay? So this is how you are supposed to indent it. And don't add unnecessary space when you are not needed. This extra semicolon, this is not needed, okay? So we just remove this one. So this is how you are supposed to do it. It's very important you need to choose the right scope, you know. If you don't choose the right scope, then you see you add additional catch, suppose don't need one, okay? So let's go and walk through his program. What is his program doing? So at first, so far so good. Scanner, num, len, in max integer, array, null, boolean, false. Do try. Please enter a number between 1 and 20. SC.next if num1 more than or less than equal to num1. This is random creating a random number. And then the random number is inside the array. Else, please enter a number between 1 and 20. For I less the number, the value of element is I plus 1 of the array is array I plus t. Catch negative exception. This is the most simple program already. You don't need the try catch at all, you know. This is definitely not needed already. Okay? This is not needed. So how do you fix this code? Is this correct, the do while scope? No, okay? If you want to write a more efficient code, what you need to do is decide the right scope, okay? What do I mean by right scope? If do while in here say if user go and enter the wrong number, okay? You want a 1 and 20 inclusive array. So if the user go and 21, go and enter 21, there's one more situation. You need to get the number. Need to get the number again, okay? Later you need to get the number again, okay? If the user, you want to search the number in here, say the user entered 21, what happened? Then it will index bound out of error. When index bound out of error, then you need to catch exception. This is not good, okay? This is not the right way to do it. To remove your while scope, you need to remove your while scope, okay? Your while scope is in here. It's in here, okay? While, and then you don't need a boolean at all, okay? Boolean, remove it. Not every time we need a boolean. So you can direct check it if our num, what you can do is you set the condition if num is less than 0, or because this while loop, while the condition is true, or our num is more than 20, okay? This is how you do it. So right now it's still very ugly, so you need to correct the indentation. So you remove the indentation where necessary, and then indent it properly, okay? Indent it properly. And then this part, indent it properly. And then what is this? This one is extra semicolon. We need to remove it. So right now it's correct already. So this is how you choose a right do while scope, okay? So if you change it like this, you will not have the error already. So wrong if user enter a number smaller than 0, then you need to loop it. Or user enter the number more than 20, then you are going to loop it. Oh, so it's 1 and 20. So less than 1, okay? Less than 1. So this is how you fix it. Similarly, later you need ask the user for such a number, So you need a do while loop, okay? You need a do while loop to ask for the number. So it will be something like this, okay? So please enter a number to search in the array. Okay? something like this. So if the number is less than 1, no. For this condition, right, you need to think about it. What condition you need to keep repeating to ask the user to input? Our array length minimum is 1, then the number generated is 1. So we can add 1, and then we add with the indication with the size. What is the size? They're selected. So we're going to do something like this. So we are going to cross with bracket, then only ask them to enter the value, something like this. And then say if the value they enter is, this one you need to change the variable. So example, you call this as search num, right? Example, you call this as search num, right? So if your search num is less than 1, because 1 is always the minimum, or your search num is, this time your search num is more than num, okay? If your search num is more than num, then you need to loop it. Can you understand? Because our num is in here, okay? Because our num will be set to our array size. So if the search number, right, is more than our num also, then we need to continue to loop it. This is how you choose a right scope. Because our num would be, say example, right, if user enter size of 10, then you're going to generate from 1 to 10. If you generate 1 to 10, right, then the minimum is 1. The minimum is fixed already. The minimum is always 1. And then the search number cannot be more than 10, okay? That's how you do it. Because in your array, right, you're going to generate the number between 1 and the num, right? Because if the number is more than the num, then you're going to loop it. And then you don't need this one already, because you already make sure the user entered the right number. So you don't need to check this already. So remove this one. You don't have to do this one already. Okay? No need. And then you indent it correctly, okay? Indent it correctly. So the final result will be something look like this. That's why I say choose the right scope is very important.